it's that time again. Another day for another win. We ain't never gonna relent. We going hard, never giving in. Hey yo, it's time for another one. Yeah, we on another run. We ain't never leaving. The competition we don't see. This is winning season. This is winning season. It's that time again. Another day for another win. We ain't never gonna relent. We going hard, never giving in. Hey yo, it's time for another one. Yeah, we on another run. We ain't never leaving. The competition we don't see. This is winning season. This is winning season. This is winning season.
Hello, everyone, and welcome live to Uncaged at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm Dylan Rivera. Alongside me, head coach Randall King of the softball team. I had volleyball last week. I'm sorry, I got my weeks mixed up. The softball team is here in the house of Buffalo Wild Wings. Round of applause for the softball team. Off to a great start this season, and we're going to get to that here in just a moment. But, Coach, I want to ask about the background first. I like to get to know the coaches, the players a little bit. You've been at this a little while, 21 years as the head coach and assistant since 96, 38 overall, year 38 overall. So you've been at this for a little while, but take me through the years and how you got to where you are.
Well, I got the opportunity to be the head coach in 2004, and what a great opportunity that was. Ken Ellett hired me, and never looked back, and I'm awful excited about being the head coach and being able to coach young ladies like we have right now.
I asked you, I think last spring, about how you're still able to find excitement for each and every season, and you made it sound like it's pretty easy for you, that you get pumped up every single year, even now, right?
Well, I really like to win, and when you got good players like we have, that's a good possibility, and that just keeps you fired up all the time.
Yeah, and you've been able to see the growth of a lot of these girls from their freshman year to now. What's that like for you as a head coach to see them come up through the program and become successful young adults as seniors?
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure that all these seniors that we have right now have been here since the 8th grade year, and that's good for our program, and hopefully we can continue that. And like I said, the success they've had is just great for this program.
Yeah, it's been a great start, 17-3 record, 7-0 in district play. Only 2 teams with higher district point differential, so you guys are right there in the mix of the top tier. Is there something about this team in particular that stands out to you as why they're so successful?
Well, I think, like I said, we've got a lot of good players. We can hit the ball up and down the lineup, and we've got a good pitching staff.
Yeah. You talked to me about the pitching staff in the preseason as well. So what is it about this pitching staff that makes them so tough to beat?
Well, we've got 2 really good ones at the top, and then we've got some girls that have done a good job of coming in and doing the job when they're supposed to, and that's what it takes. And I'm proud of all 4 of the pitchers that's pitched for us, and hopefully they can continue to be successful.
Yeah, the numbers back it up too. I did some research. You got 7.75 runs per game, 2.35 runs allowed per game. Those are good numbers. Is the defense just overall something that you think is a strength of this team?
It is a strength of the team. We normally we play really good defense. I don't think we made an error until like our 5th game of the year. So we've been playing good defense, and that's a big part of being successful throughout the year. And like I said, hopefully we continue that.
Yeah, and the softball schedule's a real gauntlet. I mean, you guys play a lot of games, and you're going back to back, and you're playing sometimes top tier teams. One after the other. How much does that challenge boat itself to more success down the line, if that makes sense?
Well, I think getting challenged every day is good, because that's what's going to happen at the end of the year. You're going to be challenged. You're going to face some adversity, and you've got to be able to overcome that adversity and be able to win. Even though you might not have your best day, you got to be able to win and overcome adversity.
Yeah. Offensively, able to put up those 7.75 runs per game. That's a pretty good number. How confident are you with the team swinging the bat?
Obviously, we can be more consistent, but we're good with where we're at right now. We just got to keep getting better and definitely do a better job with the short game. And I think if we can come along there, we got a chance to be really, really good.
Another thing that you had pinpointed in the preseason as a strength of this team is the chemistry. You talked about how the senior leaders were keeping everybody together. Do you still feel that way now about midway through the season?
They've done a great job with that. They kind of go out on their own and have dinner a lot, and that's a big part of a team having success is staying together and having each other's back, and I think this team does.
Yeah, and for a team to be able to get to 17 wins in their first 20 games, that's an impressive start. What makes you so confident that you guys can be successful when the postseason gets here?
Well, I think a lot of that is the people we played. We went to Kansas City and faced some really tough teams up there, which just makes us stronger. At Joplin, we had a good tournament there. So, just facing those good teams, we've got some really good teams that we're going to face in our district in the next week. And being able to overcome that and doing a good job there is just going to make us better.
Yeah, still trying to measure yourself up against some of the top-tier competition, right?
Right.
So, I think while I've got you here, I've got to make sure that I ask about being a Oklahoma Coaches Association Hall of Famer, and I think that deserves a round of applause from the crowd here at Buffalo Wild Wings. I know that I did a story with you. I talked to you a lot about it, but I want to hear it from you now, being done and in the past now, but how much does that still mean to you to be a Hall of Famer?
No, it's a great honor and a privilege, and you can't do that without the players that we have, about the players we've had in the past and the ones we have now. I don't have the success I have without them, and all the credit goes to them. I just go out and coach them, and they do what it takes on the field to do that.
Well, you're being awfully humble. I think you do a great job, Coach, and I know that they would probably agree with me as well. Off to a 17-3 start, and we have a couple of the players coming up after the commercial break. Stick around here on Uncaged. Hey, Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling. The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Start your day refreshed with a delicious breakfast sandwich deal from Quick Trip. Choose from classics like the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, the ham, egg, and cheese biscuit, or the melty bacon, egg, and cheese grilled cheese. And get ready to really wake up because it comes with
any small Red Bull of your choice, all for $5. Woo! Let's go! That's any breakfast sandwich plus a Red Bull for just $5. Yeah! QT, more than a gas station.
Hello, welcome back live to Uncaged at Buffalo Wild Wings. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Dylan Rivera. Alongside me is Emily Gilliland and Casey Denny up here, both seniors. We've got 7 seniors on the softball roster this year. 4 of us going to join us here tonight. First questions have to be the personal ones. We got to get to know you guys a little bit before we get talking about the team. Emily, we'll start with you. When did you start playing softball and who got you into it?
I started playing softball pretty much as soon as I could walk. It's all I remember my whole life. My dad got me into softball. He went and played at the University of Arkansas for baseball, so it's been a passed-on thing in my family.
Yeah. Did you always play? You play outfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you always play in the outfield, or have you moved around a little bit?
Not till 6th grade.
Okay.
I played infield all the way till 6th grade.
Okay. When did you start playing volleyball, and who got you into it, Casey?
Softball.
Softball. Oh, my gosh. That's twice in a row. I got to get it together. I'm sorry. Softball. When did you start playing softball, and who got you into it?
I started playing at a really young age, too. My older sisters played. My oldest sister didn't last very long, but my middle sister played pretty long, too. And then my dad also played baseball, so he was a big influence, and yeah, that's where all the interest came from. Yeah,
it's both dads playing baseball. That helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then I'm sure wanting to be just like your older sisters,
Yeah.
that's a big factor, too.
For sure.
Always played the same position, or have you moved around?
Yeah, mostly corners and catcher.
Okay.
Not much outfield.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk a little bit away from softball. Do you have a favorite music artist?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm springing these ones on you guys by surprise.
Oh my gosh. Probably Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan?
Has
Okay.
always been my favorite.
Casey?
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Probably. I like Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I like that one, too. Let's go favorite movie. What's your favorite movie, Emily?
Oh, the Harry Potters.
Okay.
All of them. I love all the Harry Potters.
Just the whole series?
Yes.
Okay. Did you read the books?
No, I'm wanting to.
Okay, gotcha. Casey, favorite movie?
I really like the Hunger Games series.
Okay, have you read the books of those? Oh, my goodness. You guys got to read more books.
I already know the plot, though, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Last question I will ask you about yourselves before we turn things over to the team. What is your favorite food?
Steak.
That's straight and simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a steak.
Never.
Is there a better place to get a steak than anywhere else? Like, this is the best steak you're going to get is at?
Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, that's not the answer I would have expected, but okay. Casey?
Usually like steak, but if we're getting fancy, then crab legs.
Okay, I like that answer. That's a good one. All right, let's talk team now. Okay, 17-3 start, 7-0 in district play. Emily, I'll ask you just how confident are you guys right now? You're about midway through the season, just past the midway point, actually. Are you feeling pretty good?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
How so? Describe that for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, like you said, 7-0 in district. That's pretty confident to be in. I know being able to beat Bartlesville back-to-back definitely boosted a lot, especially from last night's game. Yeah, I'd say boost the confidence.
Well, and talking about, certain opponents, you guys had UConn at the start. And I remember talking to you guys in the preseason, and you guys were like, hey, that UConn game's a big game. Being able to start out the gates with that one, how did that feel for you, Casey?
I think that felt really great, just seeing like how the team chemistry got to work together and just how everyone was able to bond as a team and, all the abilities that we have this season.
Yeah, and you guys are pretty strong in terms of chemistry, is what I've been told a lot. Talk to me about, those moments in the locker room with the girls or the bus rides on the road trips. What's that like for you, Casey?
Lots of games. We always come up with all the fun games to play. Right now we're playing this one called Imposter.
Okay.
So it's super fun. Even on the bus rides, recently we've been to Joplin and Kansas City, and that's all we've been playing is Imposter and figuring out who's the imposter. Gilly's not a very good imposter, so
okay.
It's a sensitive subject.
You're talking.
I'm good. I'm good at the game.
Okay. Emily, do you have a favorite thing that you guys play? I'm guessing it's not Imposter then.
No, we're always jamming out to music.
Yeah.
We steal baseball speaker all the time, and we're always jamming out. That's our biggest thing.
Is baseball just now finding out that you steal their speaker, or do they know?
No, they know.
Okay,
yeah,
they
we
know.
did it yesterday.
We do it every
in front
day.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, well, as far as the season goes, 17-3, we keep mentioning that, but I feel like with 17 wins in 20 games, confidence level is high, but you've also got to know where some of your weaknesses are, right? And know where you've got to improve. How much are you guys still trying to right the wrongs this late in the season, if that makes sense? Emily?
Pretty much every day. We're always in the cages every day, and our coaches help us a lot on like our mindsets on where to take the ball every day. That's definitely something that we work on often.
Is there something that you would say is a particular strength of this team, Emily?
I don't know. There's a lot.
That's a good thing, if there is. I mean, you can name more than one. You're looking at Casey for help. You're phoning a friend.
Maybe the work ethic. And
Yeah.
like, there's not a day where we kind of like are laid back or not giving it our all. Like most every day that we have an opportunity to practice and get better, we take that opportunity.
Yeah. I talked to Kenya Harp, who we're going to talk to again here in just a little bit in the preseason, and she had talked about being level-minded. That's something that she thinks is a real strength of this team.
Yeah.
Would you guys say the same thing, being able to keep a level head even in the lower moments?
Yeah. I think we all definitely are good at picking each other up, and just the support system that we have. Like we've talked about, the chemistry and all that is a big deal, and that comes to play whenever those difficult moments do come up, and we're all able to be there for each other and pick each other up in those moments, I think.
Talk to me about what goes through your mind in those moments when maybe you're down a couple of runs, it's starting to get a couple innings into the game, and okay, your backs are against the wall. What are you thinking in those moments?
I think my biggest thing I'm thinking is like the energy, like trying to keep the energy up and just trying to be there for my teammates the best way I can, like supporting them and just like playing my part as a teammate and making sure that little things like that go a huge, like a long, long way when it comes to a win or a loss. So even if we're playing maybe someone that we're used to playing all the time, if we're not like up and talking, then that can like be significant in how the game turns out.
Yeah, and that's another thing that really helps in softball is the amount of talking you guys do, and I know that you guys do that a lot, not in an insulting way, but in a good way, right? How much does it help you guys out there on the field to be talking so much, Emily?
All the time, especially in the outfield. That's like our main thing is communication, communication. Because one small communication between people, and you can make an error or something. And also like even just like the energy kind of communication as well keeps everything just like up and going, and it all like adds together.
Sure, yeah. Well, we've asked about being in the moments where maybe you're down a couple of runs. What about when you're up a couple of runs? You guys have seen that scenario quite a lot this season. How do you try to keep that level mind even in those moments?
I would say the word that Coach King has gave us this year is finish. Finish. If we're like 2 innings left and we're up by even 1 or 2 runs, we're always like finish. That's the word that we all keep reminding each other and remind ourselves.
Well, I'm glad you bring that word up, because when I talked to you in the preseason, you had talked about your freshman year getting so close to winning the state championship and how much that's lit a fire under you throughout the last couple of years. And now again here this senior year, your chance to win a championship. How much does that still sit with you that freshman year, even now as a senior?
It sits with me every day. I think about that game every day. Like, we were so close to winning a state championship. And that's something that, like, I'm still, like, so grateful that I was even in that position. But knowing that we can get there and again and actually finish and win that game is just something that is always there.
Having been in that scenario, how are you trying to use that as a way to show some leadership with the younger girls now as a senior?
I would say probably just how much I tell them on energy, because being there on that field, like, it's so loud that like you need to be so locked in and have the energy to just like be there, if that makes sense.
For sure, yeah.
There's so much energy going on there.
I'm glad you also bring that up, because I like to ask the question of how much do you hear what's going on, because I feel like sometimes you might hear it, but it's almost like background noise because you're so focused on what you're doing. How much are you able to hear, whether it be the coaches or your parents in the stands? How much are you hearing what's going on around you?
I think I definitely hear my coaches the most, just because they're not super far away. But growing up, like, being a catcher and learning like how loud you have to be for the whole field to hear you, especially when you're calling out like cutoffs or just even where the ball needs to be thrown, it's so like crucial to have that dominance and like have that voice so that the people far away can hear. Because definitely even in the stands, like when there's certain things happening, you can't even hear like a group of people yelling at you.
Yeah. Emily, what about you?
Sometimes it depends. Sometimes I can, but most of the time I can't because I'm so just like locked in and focused.
Yeah, you're so in the zone, you don't hear what's going on around you. Makes sense. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming up here on the set and talking with me here today. We've got a couple more seniors coming up here in just a moment. Keep it right here live on Uncaged.
Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling. The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Start your day refreshed with a delicious breakfast sandwich deal from Quick Trip. Choose from classics like the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, the ham, egg, and cheese biscuit, or the melty bacon, egg, and cheese grilled cheese. And get ready to really wake up because it comes with
Any small Red Bull of your choice, all for $5. Woo! Let's go! That's any breakfast sandwich plus a Red Bull for just $5. Yeah! QT, more than a gas station.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings and Uncaged. We are here live with the softball team. I got it right this time. We've got Kenya Harp sitting next to me. She plays first base. Adelie Evans down there. She plays second base. So you guys are right next to each other, communicating probably quite a bit, aren't you? Well, let's start with the personal questions. Get to know you all a little better. First thing I want to ask is if you had to read a book, I want to ask that now. What book would you read, Adelie? Favorite book?
I think I'd probably read The Vampire Diaries just because I've watched the series.
And you haven't read the book?
No.
That seems very consistent now is what I'm learning. You guys like to watch the movies and the TV shows, but not the books.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenya?
I'm going to go back to, like, when I was younger. I used to love, like, Junie B. Jones books.
That's
like,
a good pick.
Yeah, I used to love that
My
one.
mom used to read those too.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
like Junie B. Jones. Okay. Next question for you is let's do this. If you're on a desert island, you can bring 3 things with you. What are the 3 things you have to have with you?
I'd probably say my dog, and then my phone. I can't live without my phone. And then water.
Good idea.
You're on the island, though. Okay.
See, I was thinking that with the cell phone. I don't know if you're going to get reception out there, but
yeah.
Go for it.
I'd bring, like, a coloring book, something to keep me entertained. I would have to say my phone. I don't know, like.
Yeah.
And then maybe something to eat, like a lot of food, like snacks, like Cheez-Its. I can't live without Cheez-Its. I would bring Cheez-Its.
Okay. This next one, I did this with the baseball team, and so I want to get you all's reaction to this because I think it can be really fun, is asking you all about your teammates, okay, or about your team. So first question is, who's the funniest person on the team, Adelie?
That's a hard one.
I'm right here.
I think it's Kenya.
Is it Kenya?
In my opinion, it's Kenya.
Kenya, what's your pick? Is it yourself?
Besides myself, I would have to give it to Ari. Like, but I like all of our girls have their own humor, like that you just have to be around. It's like a great team to be around.
You guys steal the baseball amp, right? The speaker. Mm-hmm. Who's the best DJ? Who's playing the best music?
Kenya.
Kenya
Me,
again? Okay,
yes.
Kenya 2 for 2. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go with let's try this. Who's the fastest on the team, Adelie?
Ooh.
Who do you think would win in a foot race?
No. Ari or Corey.
Okay.
I don't know.
This is where I'm biased at. I'm thinking Gilly or Ari. Like, out of those two, like, we need a race to see.
Yeah. Okay. This one was my favorite question that I asked to the baseball team. So, who's like the mini Coach King or the mini coach on the staff?
I think it is Peyton. I think it's Peyton.
I'm going to say Peyton because she literally dressed up for one of our coaches for, like, the Halloween game. She dressed up as Coach Minor, so I'm going to say Peyton.
My favorite part about doing that is seeing all the finger pointing and the raising of hands. Like, everybody thinks they're the answer or somebody else is the answer, and that's the most fun part. Okay, let's talk about the season. Let's talk about the actual game of softball a little bit. So, same question that I asked Emily is just, how confident are you guys feeling right now? You're 17-3. You're past the midway point of the season. Are you feeling good right now, Adelie?
Yes, I am. We're doing really good this season, and I just think the way we work together is it's just very good. The way we communicate and on and off the field, I just feel like this year is a very good year.
Yeah. There has to be like a real connectedness out there on the field. How do you build that and then put it into play in the season, Kenya?
So we always do team bonding. I feel like that's really helped us this year because a lot of years we were separated, but this year I feel like our connections are really strong. So taking that off the field and bringing it on helps us a lot. So we know we have each other's back. So if we make a mistake, we have each other's back and everything.
What does that look like in play? Let's say, I'm playing third base and I make a mistake. What does that look like in the moment?
So if I make a mistake, like they're not gonna like look at me crazy. They're gonna back me up and say, "You got this. You got the next one. Don't put your head down." They're not gonna like just look at you and say, "Well, you should have got that." They're always gonna have your back.
We talked about level-mindedness, right?
Yes.
And I brought that up, and I said that you were the one that used that phrase.
Yes.
You still feel at this point in the season that you guys are really level-minded.
Yes.
Yeah. And what does that look like in terms of finding success through being level-minded?
I feel like with that, like we always like we're not too hype and stuff. We always try to like see how the game plays. It was like Coach King's word this year is finish. So taking that in mind, we know if we like get ahead, we're not gonna like stop, and we're gonna keep pushing just in case like if we're going 10-0, we're still gonna keep scoring. We're not gonna slow down.
So with Coach King's word of the season being finished, how often is he saying that to you all? How much is the coaching staff driving that home with you guys?
Oh, every game, every day. Like that is our word in the dugout. Every time we get in a huddle, he's gonna be like, "What is our word?" And we're gonna say finish. We repeat it to each other every single day.
Yeah. Adley, how much does that help you to have sort of a motto to be following throughout the season?
It helps a lot. I mean, because like she said, we don't just stop. We just keep going. We finish.
Yeah.
Like,
regardless of the situation, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about those situations, though. You get up by a couple of runs. You're feeling good. You're trying to stay level-minded, though, and you're trying to make sure you finish. How do you put that into play? What are you thinking out there on the field?
just to keep communicating, keep playing, keep being you, and keep making plays, and just stay level-headed and strong-minded.
Yeah. What does that look like on the flip side? Let's say you're down a couple of runs, your backs are against the wall, you have to respond. How do you try to stay level-minded and finish?
I think that takes us back to like both Bartlesville game. Like last night, we had to finish and come through because we could have laid down and let them get runs, but we did really good. Especially our pitching, Avery, she shut them down. And the first time we played them too, we were neck and neck, and then like we scored a couple runs and we kept that going to like finish it off and win that game.
What's that feel like post game? You know, you've gone through the challenge of having to come back from a couple of runs down. What do you feel like post game when it's like, okay, we did it? There's got to be a feeling of elation, right?
Yes, it feels great because like if we can do it here, then like we're gonna take that to stay and like keep going from that. So where it's like we know we don't have to give up because we can come back to those challenges and beat those.
Yeah. The coach speak way to talk about a season is to always say to take it one game at a time. But how much are you guys trying to make sure that you are in tune and in shape, ready to go by the time that the playoffs get here, Adley?
Well, I'm sorry.
You're all good.
I forgot. Okay, what was the first part?
So the first part is you've got the coach speak, which is it's going to be take everything one game at a time.
Yes.
But obviously the eyes are on the postseason. You want to get there. How do you try to be prepared for the postseason, but you're also still trying to take things one game at a time?
Well, every day we continue to practice, work hard, and we honestly, our biggest thing is hitting. We work on a lot of hitting and a lot of different counts and staying constructive with it.
Well, I'm glad you bring up practice a little bit because that was one of my questions I wanted to ask was what does a softball practice look like?
So we usually we do our warm-ups and then we break out in groups. Like infield will go with infield, outfield will go with outfield, and we both do different drills. But some days like we'll do inter squads, like where we practice and like go against each other and go off live hitting. It's like different things. We don't do the same thing each practice. We try to do different things like bunt coverages and covering bags and for catchers throw down. So it's just different things to learn different skills.
I'm sure that it is good to practice, obviously, but I mean, getting the live reps in a game and seeing an opponent, seeing a different jersey out there and somebody else throwing the ball at you and somebody else hitting it at you. How much does that those live reps start to really come into effect? How much do you feel a difference from preseason when you're practicing and you're scrimmaging to postseason when it comes to those big games?
Well, I just think that everything we do in practice we don't just work on the same things like Kenya said. We work on every little thing, and all our live reps, we're repetitively doing them over and over again, making sure we get them right. And once we get it right, we're going to continue going, and we're not going to just get satisfied.
No. Finishing, right?
Yes.
Finishing. Last thing I'll ask is about being seniors on this team. Firstly, how are you trying to use your position as an upperclassman as a leadership role? How are you going through and making sure that the underclassmen are ready when their time comes, whether it be in a game or just somewhere down the line?
Well, my thing is hopefully, like, when I leave, like, they have good things to say about me, like, oh, Kenya did this, like, we could keep doing that. Like, so I know if I have an attitude in practice, they're going to think it's okay for them to do it. So I just try to keep my head up and, like, spirits up in practice. Like, you can't take off just because you're a senior. So, like, when we're picking up stuff, like, I'll help underclassmen because, like, this is what you should be doing as a senior.
Yeah.
You should want to be a leader and do stuff.
Well, if nothing else, they'll remember your music taste, right?
Yes, yes, they should, actually, and keep my playlist alive.
Exactly. Adelie, the last question I'll ask is just about getting closer to graduation and it being your final seasons of softball here at Broken Arrow. What does it mean to you to have been a Tiger for all these years and to have played with the Broken Arrow name across your chest?
It means a lot to me. I've grown a lot as a person. I've learned how to come out of my shell a lot and talk more. And I'm just very grateful that I've had the chance to play these 6 years with the Lady Tigers.
Yeah. Been a really exciting season, and you still got some more to go. The postseason's still a little bit away, but 11 games left on the schedule, so we're looking forward to seeing how you guys finish. Thank you for coming up here and joining us on the set. Thank you all for coming here to Buffalo Wild Wings and seeing this show live. And, of course, if you're watching live on air, that's okay, too. We thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week when we have the football team here. They will be on their bye week. We'll have them live on Uncaged next Wednesday night. Until then, have a good night, everybody.